Hello, Brother Monroe here. Welcome back to Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts. It's now July 1941. We have, well, up to 2 fights, but I have a suspicion... Well, this might not be a ghost battle, actually, because if they start close enough, we should be able to catch them. So, 4 light cruisers, which must represent a fairly significant chunk of the Chinese fleet, has come up against a Shinobi-class light cruiser and 2 Taiho class destroyers of our own. So we've got 2 fights, and I'm also hoping to build some form of... What are you doing, game? Did you just crash? No. No, you didn't. Good game. I want to build another class of light cruiser. Not the Shinobi. Although the Shinobi has been doing extremely well, I wanted to look into the possibility of building some form of, well, not quite colonial cruiser, but a cruiser designed for our new possessions. We have 7 islands scattered around. I think a light cruiser hull will work, and I think Japan has one that will fit the bill, but I need to do this battle first before I can get into the building, because it's just one of those ones where you have to complete it right at the start of the turn. So, no, it's looking like a ghost battle to me. Like, if they started 50 kilometers away, they do 27 knots. We're only able to catch them at 10 knots. Takes you 5 hours to catch up to them. It's not worth it. And my general rule is, if I'm still on a times 30 when the end battle thing comes up, then there's no point. It's just a ghost battle. They just started too far away and ran off. And I've been thinking about solutions to that problem. One would be what I've said in a previous video, where you just have enemy fleet withdrew on the campaign screen. But if that's not possible, then maybe make sure that, particularly for a task force meeting battle, which that one was supposed to be, Jesus, you start within visual range. So rather than starting with them miles and miles and miles away, they actually start close enough that you can start shooting at each other. Now, this shouldn't be a ghost battle, because these light cruisers, which are tiny little light cruisers, we should be able to engage them. And actually, this is the sort of, not necessarily the thing I want to build, because I'm sure, being the AI, these are terrible and they've got far too many torpedoes on them. But the idea will be to have some form of light cruiser, but more on the destroyer end. So the Shinobis with their 6-inch guns are very nice, but I'll probably go down to 5 or possibly even 4-inch guns. More likely 5-inch gun, though, because our destroyers already use 5-inch guns. So they can sort of serve as a enhanced destroyer. So something similar to the Taiho. So Taihos here carry 9 5-inch guns. How much are they each? 40 million. Whereas the Shinobis, I think, are more like 80 or 90. Is this going to be a ghost battle too? That would be extremely disappointing. Yeah, particularly something like this, where they're supposed to be attacking a convoy. Like, actually attack the convoy. If you're going to just run away, then stop wasting my time. Really, the only time I'm going to get to engage them, I think, is if it's an enemy convoy, because then at least I can slaughter the transports. Yeah, if the AI is not going to fight, then I'm not going to bother chasing it. It's a fool's errand. I've done it before where I've just kind of continued and tried to catch up to them, and you end up going out of the battle area, and then all sorts of weirdness starts going on. Now, they've got 14 of those things, those light cruisers, but, I mean, they're not very expensive, and I don't think they'll be very good. They do carry lots of torpedoes, though. So, let's get into the designer. Let's go just new design. There we go. I haven't built anything on the modern Battleship 1. Interesting. Could potentially build something on that later. However, what we're looking at today are light cruisers. So we have a few to choose from. We've got the Scout Cruiser. This is what the Shinobi is based off of, which is pretty nice. Hull. We've got the modern light cruiser, which is it's okay, but meh. But I think what I'll be using is the experimental cruiser, which basically looks like a big destroyer, which is perfect because that's essentially what I'm going to be building. Now then, in terms of stats and things, I wonder. Do we have? Oh yeah, we do have costs. So the Shinobi is 94.6, and a Tycho is 40. So I probably want to be aiming at something like 50 to 60 million. It might be a little bit more. And I think I'm going to call this the Kojima class. So these things top out at 5,000 tons. That's perfect. So they come out as basically big destroyers. What's their minimum displacement actually? 4,350. Do I stick to my own advice and go for a minimum displacement one? No, we're going to go max displacement. I'm going to set these to standard. I'm going to go oil. We're going to go diesel. Auxiliary diesel for now. And whilst these are cheaper cruisers, I don't want them to be like stupidly nothing. Although 82 mil base. Okay, no, we're going to go... Wow, really? Is that because I'm putting a diesel engine in? Yeah, the diesels make them super expensive. Yeah, we'll maybe keep these on steam then. We'll get the good armor. Triple bottom hull can help on this type of ship. Let's get some towers on. Just get the best one, I think. Highly advanced tower. It's not giving me a lot of space up at the front. Can I get you down here? Yeah, I can. Looks weird. I'm putting it down there. But because of this little back plate, it's... well, maybe the highly advanced one would fit a bit better. What do the barbets look like? Ah, see, I can't put a barbette. Oh, I can put one there. Okay, and then I'm thinking... Yeah, the 5-inch gun rather than the 6. Although they do look pretty titchy on this hull. Maybe I could fit 6-inch guns. And then, no, I'm going to go 5s. I'm going to stick to what I was originally planning. And then we'll need a funnel, probably just a big one. Wow, that's a huge funnel. Is there a smaller one? This one does come with those little gun positions on it. Now space becomes an issue. I think I will have to put the turret at the front. The turret. The tower up here. But maybe just go for the 3 so it's not quite as enormous. Wow, really? With the engine efficiency? Interesting. That surprises me. Would have thought that would be fine. If I go over to diesels. Yeah, diesels would be enough. It is making it very expensive. Yeah, and I'd have to use the balanced diesel trick. But that does mean that I don't need a second funnel or anything. And then we could get... Ooh. Get one of these in. Something like this, and then with a torpedo launcher right there. Yeah, forward weight offset. Swap the position of the torpedo and the funnel. Okay, now it's that should be workable. I should be able to get it to balance now. It's just going to have that weird kind of gap-toothed look to it. It's this thing, this little sticky out bit. Again, I could try and just make the tower smaller. In fact, I'm going to go down to the highly advanced tower 1, which is the smallest. I'm not losing too much in terms of stats, but the fact that it is smaller, it's just beneficial. Right. Let's bring barbette protection. Okay, this is going way more expensive than I originally planned. I'm not sure if that's the refit. I don't think that's right. I think that's the original cost. I think I have to go back to the main screen to see the refit cost. Radar, definitely bring depth charges and a mine layer. And a sonar set. And then, yeah, we're going to be looking at the guns, but I reckon I can bring... Yeah, I can bring a couple of 2-inch guns. Which, can I go for 3-inch gun in there? Well, I can. That's fun. Can I make them any bigger? Because I only have the 2 of them. I don't normally mess around with the sizes, but... Yeah, I can actually make them 3.9-inch guns. Okay. Let's make them super long. Just all the guns. Just lengthen them out. Very nice. Okay. Let's make the shells as punchy as possible. We're going to go tube powder, TNT, super heavies. Oh, 24-inch torpedo with an extra reload. Actually, it's reload. Just stick with standard for now. Oh yeah, it's a light cruiser. I can bring standard ratio shells. So, 5-inch 48, 7 rounds a minute. Fantastic rate of fire. Accuracy is already good. Deck pen is actually not very good. So I might shorten them from the 22. Let's go for... Oops. Let's go for 45s, so I can actually get some deck pen. They're not just firing completely flat. That's pretty good pen-wise. I mean, at, say, 7,500 meters, we can go through about 5.5 inches of Krupp 5, which is pretty good. So we should be able to threaten other light cruisers just fine. And I reckon if we use Cat Ballistic HE shells, then we get that magic 4-inch pen at around 2,500 meters. So close range against a destroyer, we should be able to take them out with the HE shell. So we'll go with that setup. Yeah, these things are getting hideously expensive compared to what I wanted. Never mind. Still got loads of weight left. Some armor on this thing. I know I can armor the top of the 3-inch turret, but there doesn't seem much point in just armoring the top. And yeah, there we are. Got a little bit of displacement left. So look at nice to haves. Get max bulkheads? No. You can get many bulkheads though. Could get spacious crew quarters. No, can't get a pepper range. I mean, 31,000 kilometers is pretty darn good. Right, let's see if we can't get that weight offset fixed. It's under 5%. It'll have to do. Yeah, there we go. A small, compact little thing. It's basically a Taiho with an extra gun turret and the 3.9s. I think, yeah, she's just slightly slower than a Taiho. Not by a huge amount, though. And she's tougher, with like a lot more armor on board. 111 million, that is a lot more than I wanted to spend, but I'm going to double check the actual prices in the campaign screen. So let's save that. So, nope, yep, Shinobis are, in fact, 94. Okay, so these are actually very expensive. Jesus. I think that's because they are packed full of tech, but that's a lot of money to be paying for a ship like that. However, in maintenance, they're not that much more than the Shinobis. And they're less than a Miyoko. The Mages, what good value are those? Jesus. So yeah, the Kojimas, are they the best thing in the world? Probably not. You know what? It's probably that 24-inch torpedo launcher they have. And the fact that they have the mines and the depth charges. But they will do a decent job. The Shinobis don't have the mine. Oh no, Shinobis do have mine layers. Should just build more Shinobis, really. But never mind. This will do what I want. It's just stupidly expensive. And I need 7 of them. 10 months. That's pretty good. I'll absorb the cost for now. And I doubt I'm going to be able to assign them to the port directly. Yeah, no, I'm not. Let's build them all in Moran. So at least I know where they're going to spawn. So they'll spawn up here. And then I'll deploy them. Okay. Well, I'm just going to end the turn, but I'm going to cut the episode to do that. See if there's anything interesting going on. Welcome back. This is probably going to be a ghost battle, but a whole bunch of destroyers protecting this convoy against supposedly some Chinese aggressors. There's another convoy battle as well. Let's just see if the Chinese are actually going to fight, or if they're just going to run away. Oops. I've been trying to train myself to leave that on, because according to the patch notes, the division system kind of needs this to be on in order to work. I don't know though. I mean, they do handle a little bit better, I suppose, but you still see this Formula 1 style keeping the tyres warm weaving, whether you have a void on or off. Yeah, division system still needs work. Yeah, I mean, that's not news to anyone who plays Dreadnoughts. Oh, they're going to stop doing it now. Maybe they're just getting themselves sorted out. The thing that really bugs me is the way that these behave when you're trying to change the divisions, change how your divisions are set up, move like merge a division or move a ship. Sometimes it just, like, I'll see if I'll do it. Sometimes it just now I can't get it to do it. But sometimes when you pick this up, it picks up like 2 at once, and it's so incredibly weird and confusing. Or you'll end up merging 2 divisions you didn't mean to merge, or you trying to break one ship off a division, you accidentally break the whole division. Yeah, all sorts of things. But yeah, after a bit of wiggling, they have settled down. So I'm going to be a good boy. I'm going to leave the avoid on. Give it a fair chance. Ah, here's the enemy. Running away from a convoy. Unfortunately, this time they started close enough that we're able to catch up. I mean, how many light cruisers do they have? 4? I know it's a lot of destroyers they're up against, but why bother attacking a convoy if you're just going to run away? Why bother building light cruisers that can only do 24 knots? So many questions, China. so many questions. I mean, that's the destroyer-like thing. It's actually pretty good layout. Like, they've got lots of guns. What are they, twin 4-inch? No, twin 6.3s. That's a good layout. They're just crippled by being slow. And having a cadet crew. And cowardly admirals. Like, that's actually not a bad design. You just crippled it. I was watching Stealth 17's well, most recent video at the time of recording, which was I think it was episode 6 of his US campaign, and he's talking about player designs. I would absolutely love player designs in the game. I mentioned it in my 10 things I'd like to see in 1.10 video, but just imagine, like, you know, Stealth mentioned playing against designs from his community, which would be cool. But as well, I would absolutely sit down and make a whole bunch of designs for, say, Steam Workshop, or however they choose to. Okay, those are sneaky torpedoes. Ow. Sneaky, though, because I think they're quite small. Suga. Dud. Okay. How big are the torps? 19-inch. Yeah, that explains it. 19-inch electric? Yeah. 19-inch electric torp. Very small, very sneaky. But, don't do a lot of damage. Yeah, this is a good ship. But 27.5 knots... That's too slow for a light cruiser. In 1940, they need to be doing at least 30 knots. At least 30. And they don't have a lot of armor, and it's not good quality armor either. It's only Crypt 3. So the 5-inch guns on our destroyers are just ripping through them. I mean, they are cheap, I suppose. I'll give them that. It's a cheap... Could have been great. Cheap, good guns. If they'd used better armor quality. Or something. Just... whatever this is... yeah. Not good. And yeah, crippled by having a cadet crew, of course. It doesn't matter how good the AI design gets if they can't afford the strategic level AI is so bad that it always gives you cadet crews because it's not going to invest into the crew training. Then, yeah, it's a bit silly. I wish we had the hull to make this in game. That would be so nice. That and the Dido, the triple front super firing 5-inch cruisers. That would be really nice. And the Kojima has found 4 more of these ships. It's a real shame because I do actually like that cruiser design. 10 6-inch guns on 4 and a bit thousand tons. That's good, but yeah, not when you cripple the ship. Where's the enemy? Oh wait, I can see them. And they're immediately running. Now, one of the reasons why I said they need to be going at least 30 knots. Kojima here, this is a Meiji class heavy cruiser. This is our current best heavy cruiser. And she does 30 knots. If you have a light cruiser that can only do 27 and a bit, then they can't run away from a heavy cruiser. And if you can't run away from a heavy cruiser when you're a light cruiser, that's not a good position to be in, because the Kumano has way more armor, probably enough armor to bounce a lot of those 6-inch shells, has very dangerous guns that can probably just obliterate you with just the HE. Yeah. Not the best. This is really on ×5. Feels like it's going slower. How are we getting in terms of the range? 7... I mean, they're technically in range. It'll just be that, yeah, 0% chance to hit. I'll get in range soon, though. Just wasted potential. Sad. Very sad. Really, still not in range. Feels like we should be in range. Come on. (22-1). It says we're in range, according to this, but obviously the gunners are wanting to get a bit closer. Maybe we're going aggressive? Nope. This is where I wish you could go on to ×10. Like, give me access to ×10, damn it. Oh, we've opened up finally. Oh. It's a belt hit. Oh, you got a 4-inch main deck. Wow. That's actually surprisingly good. Try some HE shells. No, that's disappointing. Go back to auto. Yeah, there we go. These things are able to keep up pretty good sustained speed. Oh yeah, Orcs 4. That'll do it. Could also be a bug, because she's keeping up with the rest of her division. I don't think she should be able to do that. Try hitting the lead ship. And now they're slowing down. It's almost like we're using our convoys as traps at this stage. It's like, yes, here's some tasty transports. Which, by the way, are absolutely packing. Look at those 4.4-inch 35 caliber guns sitting there, and a couple of 1.5s, and they rocking autoloaders and ridiculous stuff like that. Yeah, auto 2 loaders. Absolutely insane. Oh, they're turning. Maybe they've noticed there's an enemy. Alright, focus on the Guangzhou. She's coming in on a torp run, I guess. Yep. Two-inch guns, fire! Down she go! You and your sneaky torpedoes. Ow. Thank goodness for the fact that this ship has an anti-torpedo blister. Level 5 as well. Try and keep my direction changing a little bit. Ooh. No thank you. Yeah, fire on the lead ship. Flooding hit, lovely. You please flood out. Get you with that flooding eventually. There we go. Yep, down she goes. And the other one shouldn't take too long. Down she goes. Lovely. Right, and that's that. Hope you've enjoyed this episode. A little bit of building, a little bit of light cruiser bullying, and I'll see you again soon for some more Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts. Bye for now.